potentially a constitutional crisis, yeah.
President Trump, as you know, slapped higher tariffs on Chinese exports on Friday morning, dialing up pressure for a trade deal with the Chinese.
Yeah.
Your leader, Chuck Schumer, tweeted earlier this week saying, quote, "Hang tough on China, President Trump. Don't back down." Do you agree with Leader Schumer that President Trump's doing the right thing when it comes to the Chinese?
I think that part of the failure of this administration on foreign policy as a general matter is that this president and this administration have failed to understand that we are stronger when we work with our allies on every issue, China included.
China's an ally?
No, meaning working with our allies to address China in terms of the threat that it presents to our economy, the threat it presents to American workers and American industries. But instead, this president seems to believe, and it has a preference for conducting trade policy, economic policy, foreign policy by tweet. And that's irresponsible. It is a display of a president who thinks that apparently that unilateral action is better than working with the friends to address issues that not only impact our country but impact the globe. And I think it puts us in a weaker position.
As a more broad manner, President Trump on the campaign trail in 2015-16 and as president says trade deals in this country by Democratic presidents and by Republican presidents have been too tilted towards helping corporations and helping Wall Street and too tilted against the middle class and the manufacturing sector. Do you disagree with that premise?
I believe that there is no question that over many decades the rules have been written in a way that have been to the exclusion of lifting up the middle class and working people in America and working families in America. And in fact, that's why I am proposing that one of the things that we do to address that is that we reform the tax code in a way that will give middle class working families that are making less than $100,000 a year a $6,000 tax credit that they can receive it up to $500 a month.
But on the subject of trade, it doesn't sound like you disagree with the president on his premise, on his general argument that the middle class keeps getting screwed by these trade deals and he's trying to renegotiate better deals.
I believe that we have got to have policy that better protects American workers and American industries. I believe very strongly that we have to have policies that understand that as it relates to the issue of trade, as it relates to the issue of various countries, including China, which we just talked about, that we have to supply and equip the American worker with the skills and the resources that they need to thrive, not only survive, but thrive.
Trade has been drawing some dividing lines in the Democratic field. When it comes to NAFTA, for example, Bernie Sanders, one of your opponents, attacked Joe Biden, another one of your opponents, last week, saying, quote, "I helped lead the fight against NAFTA. Biden voted for NAFTA." Who was right on NAFTA, Biden or Sanders?
Well, I'm not going to choose between the two of them, but I'll tell you.
Would you have voted for NAFTA?
I would not have voted for NAFTA, and because I believe that we can do a better job to protect American workers. I also believe that we need to do a better job in terms of thinking about the priorities that should be more apparent now perhaps than they were then, which are issues like the climate crisis and what we need to do to build into these trade agreements.
We live in a